Hello everybody. 10 o'clock at night I'm doing a video. How is it for you, they say. The last few days have been horrendous. Well, they have for me. And I see on the internet some of the websites, the solar flares and so forth from the sun. Of course, people are in a lot of trouble. Affects the nervous system. When you think it causes these difficulties called outage in North America and so forth, and they're electricity problems. And we're electrical, aren't we? So we're going to feel it, aren't we? So it's been quite a battle the last few days, and a lot of very powerful energy has been sending down. I don't understand it fully, but I know there has been quite a upload, download, whatever you call it, of energy that we're all having to cope with in our own ways, really. Some more difficulty than others, I guess. Well, this video it's kind of a continuation of the video I did some time ago about the master in Siberia. Well, I found out some more stuff recently. I'm not sure I put it on this one. I put it on another one. But I found out a lot more information recently. His name is Vissarian. And he is supposed to be the Christ come to earth. Now, I'm going to put in a proviso here. This is just my opinion and my experiences and what I've grasped and what I've been given. He's a beautiful, beautiful being, actually. He is beautiful. I understand the Christ light is a pure energy. The Son of God, the Christ, God, Father, Son and Holy Spirit, the Son is pure energy. It's not a being. And do you remember some time ago I had this being come to see me at tea time, and it was a very bright light that stayed for a little while. So I think a lot of us are experiencing it's a pure consciousness. This is the new age, pure consciousness. It's not a being. So when Jesus the Master, Joshua the Master was here, he was overshadowed by the Christ light. So he became Jesus the Christ. This is me, this is just my opinion. I'm not sure to take the comments up, I might get a lot of flack on this, but as I understand it, that in order for the Christ light, the Christ energy, to be here on earth, it has to overshadow a person, man or woman. The person's obviously very enlightened and very trained for it, but this Christ overshadowed. And do you remember when Joshua said, I will come again? Well, of course, this is the new age that we talked about in the upper room, the higher consciousness. This is the Christ energy that's come again in the form of this being called Vissarian. And believe me, I do think he is. I haven't met him, but I've seen him and I've felt him, and I have kind of visits from him. Well, I think. And the other night, I was just about going to sleep, and this brilliant white light appeared above me, and I just, tears, so much love and so much light there. I thought, was it him or was it somebody else? But I'm used to my other friends that come, but this was different, and it was very powerful indeed. And it followed that I was surrounded in this kind of, you could say it's white light. It's brilliant. I mean, they're like codes, I think they're called, aren't they? And it was all there. I was in them, and it was really very powerful. I mean, I can't explain the feeling. I felt overwhelmed, to be honest, with this light. And as it faded, I could see do you see the light codes, the light energies in the darkness now? Do you see them all? They're becoming more and more of them, and so the darkness is becoming more light. I don't know if you've experienced that, but you can feel them and see them. And gosh, the light codes are getting very, very bright, and there's more of them. So we're obviously receiving a lot of this light energy. So he came to see me. I didn't have chats exactly, but he came to see me, and I think he bought these light codes. I'm not sure. I don't know the ins and outs, but it was a very, very powerful moment, actually. And I did feel, when I was talking to my other friends, I said I felt as though my consciousness had joined with his consciousness, and of course ultimately our consciousness is going to be with everyone's consciousness. Higher consciousness is one, as you know, so it's going to be linked together. I don't know, this is just, I'm just trying to explain a very difficult concept, really, because I feel I've got to pass it on, So the consciousness thing, I felt that it's like you join with another being in consciousness. It's not a physical thing. So I said to my other friend, is my consciousness with him now? And I got the feeling that it was. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not going to cough again. Anyway, that's the kind of, well, I don't know, this is just the beginning. I mean, this being, I don't know how long he's been, the Christ, you know, the energy, the Christ energy, but of course it's coming to all of us eventually, and we should all be carrying this Christ consciousness. But I think the physical embodiment is the earthing of that energy, if you know what I mean. So that feels to me. Oh, it's very difficult to explain, isn't it? So it's about consciousness, and I felt that. What did I feel? The consciousness thing, that I was kind of, I've almost created a new self. That sounds a bit far-fetched, doesn't it? But I just watch the video of mine. When I get really down, I watch my own videos. Because I know it's a different energy when I watch it, and it does help me, it does cheer me up. And I watched one particular one recently which I really like, and it's called My Truth. I'm in this white outfit, and I really liked that video, and I thought, gosh, that's really, really me, how I feel, how I express myself. And I was aware that after this consciousness thing with Vissarian, that I saw my other self. I think I've done a video, haven't I, about other selves, and I saw this me, you know, standing there somewhere. I thought, gosh, that's me, but it's not me here, it's another me that I have created, the new me, the new earth, the new me. It goes with the consciousness. I hope this is not too good. It's difficult for me to explain, but I just feel I have to do it. When I play it back, I'll see what it's like, you know. So this new me, the consciousness, felt like it was someone I've created, I've developed and worked on, the me that came in, if you know what I mean. And I've made this new me, which is a higher consciousness, and also, well, a kind of an extension, I suppose, really. I mean, it's not completely, well, it is completely different, but it's part of me as well. I think I did a video about how the masters can create new selves, and it's very handy, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. So that's where we are with that. So, yeah, I think I've covered that now. I don't know how much have we done? I think 7 minutes. Perhaps that's enough for tonight. I don't know. It might be enough. I don't want any weird comments, because this is just me trying to explain the concepts, and it is difficult to explain. I mean, I'm not sure what the Christians would think of it. I'm tempted to turn the comments off because I know I'm going to get a lot of flack. I mean, this is a very, well, it's not religious exactly, but what do they call it? Evangelical something. It's a concept, isn't it? It's a very powerful concept, and there's lots of people would argue about it because nobody really knows, of course. But I did feel Vissarian, you can find him on the Facebook. I tried to turn it on the other day, and there was this beautiful face. I mean, I just felt, I don't know, I felt so in tune with him. I know him. It's familiar, but this isn't so much him, it's the energy that I'm familiar with. And I think you'll feel the same when you see him. So whether it's going to develop, I mean, he's in Siberia, so I don't know how he's going to get worldwide known, but I mean, that's not up to me, but I'm doing what I can to sort of promote him, because I do feel he's very special. So on that note, I think I'll leave it actually. I just feel I had to do that. I'll do another one later on. That's a very short message for today. I think we've got a new moon coming up in Aquarius, haven't we? Aquarian New Age. It's a very appropriate time to talk about these things. So if anyone's got any questions, you know, or wants to explore it a bit more, you know, but I think I've covered it fairly well, really. I don't know what Joshua was doing. I said to him the other day, I bet you're glad to have a rest. He did his bit, and of course he's ascended, and somebody else had taken over. He said he would come again in 2,000 years' time, and there is this being. I do feel he's a bit like, he looks a bit like Joshua, actually, not the Jewish one, but the spiritual one. He looks a bit like him. And they could be twins. And I said, gosh, I've got two men in my life. Two very nice men in my life. So on that note, dear ones, I'm going to log off now and play it back and see how it is. Take care. Bye-bye.